vied with one another to write it with the most ravishing calligraphy. When painting became available, philanthropists promptly arranged for it to be printed so that accurate and attractive copies of the paper came to be published in Istanbul and Egypt. Other Islamic lands followed suit, first among which were North Africa, Muslim India and Pakistan. The latter, in particular, has produced copies which are in print, accuracy and elegance, a delight to behold. God shall reward them for their reverence for the sanctity of his book and the extensive distribution of it. The Quran is thus surrounded by a rampart of exaltation and honor, a book kept hidden to be touched only by the purified, safeguarded from debasement and abuse, not to be thrown among piles of books and baskets or in the street, and not to be given to a kafir or a heretic. I have long been worried and puzzled about verses which are printed in the newspapers and pamphlets, which are liable to be thrown away, torn up, trodden on, or used for wrapping food, something which is obviously abusive and disrespectful. The jurists have stated that such acts are forbidden, and that whosoever deliberately does any of them is no different from someone who belittles the Quran and Islam. For God, the Exalted, is concerned for that which he has rendered sacrosanct. May we just add here that there was a scholar called Bishr al-Hafiz. He may be well known to most of you. He became also known as Bishr al-Harith. He was known as Bishr al-Harith, but then was given the nickname of Bishr al-Hafiz because he was walking the earth without any shoes. Bishr al-Hafiz was one of those typical examples where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expresses his power and his ability to turn the worst into the best. He who can turn sins into rewards. So Bishr al-Hafiz was one of those who were down, he was living a miserable life, a life of and every bad attribute you know was attributed to Bishr al-Hafiz. And people gave him up. And one day Bishr al-Hafiz stepped on a piece of paper, and he looked at the piece of paper, and on it was written Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Bishr looked at it, took it, picked it up, went home, looked at it again, and took some perfume and smelled it with perfume. And one day in his dream, a messenger came to him and told him, I have a message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You, Bishr al-Hafiz, honored my name, and I will honor you. And amongst the things that Bishr experienced, he was living during the days of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbali. He experienced one day when he came into his house, a man sitting there on a chair, and he asked him, who gave you permission to enter my house? And he said, I'm Al-Khidr. Al-Khidr is known in the Surah Al-Kahf, being the one who mentioned, being the one who led Musa and taught him patience. And immediately when Bishop Hafi heard the name Al-Khidr, he didn't argue. He just said, please make a dua for me. And Al-Khidr made a dua for me. Now to just understand the dimensions of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lifts his people to a different spiritual maqam. During the days of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbali, there were people who went to complain to Imam Ahmad that he is giving too much attention to Bishr al-Hafi. And he said to them, listen, what we study and what we call ilm is what Bishr al-Hafi has. We are studying all this to become like him. So who is the greater alim? Him or we? And he silenced. So just to add a little bit to the importance of the name of Allah, the book of Allah, and those who attach themselves to the messenger of Allah. Because the revelation came through him, through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through Jibreel, to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And let us make no mistake that the entire sunnah of Rasulullah is a revelation. There are two revelations in terms of scholarship. One is the Quran, the other is the sunnah. And may I just add that we are in a time, we're living in a time where we are neglecting the sunnah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was saying in his book, let me just recite this very quickly to you, that he says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُعَذِّبَهُمْ وَأَنْتَ فِيهِمْ. أنت meaning the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ مُعَذِّبَهُمْ وَهُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. The translation runs, but Allah was not going to send them a penalty whilst thou was amongst them. Now this first part refers to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if we look deeper into this verse, we come to find out, like many Mufassirin would remind us, that to attach oneself to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is to attain your Jannah. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam says Allah in this verse, if you are amongst the believers, I will not punish them. And in the second part he says, nor was he, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, going to send it whilst they could ask for pardon when they do istighfar. And this is the month of istighfar. This is Rajab. And look up in what a blessed month Habib Ahmad Mash-hur died on the 14th of Rajab, this day, on the day. What a blessed person he was, for us to be able to meet here now, right now, on the day he died, and do his remembrance. Now, Habib Ahmad Mash-hur took this ayah, most probably. I am not a scholar, and there are scholars who would be able to interpret this much better than I do. I'm just one of those who are helping out with little things, because I have lived with Habib Ahmad. And he composed 7 istighfar. Beautiful istighfar. One of them is اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد حبيب الرحمن ودرة الأكوان الحاضر من صلي عليه بكل مكان زمان ومكان وعلى آله وصحبه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد سيد الكونين وبحر الثقلين بجد الحسنين واجعلني بالصلاة عليه قرة أعين وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. And particularly the third refers to this ayah. It says in it, اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما واستغفر الله العظيم وأتوب إليه أو ونتوب إليه. Now when we put the now ونتوب إليه, we include all the Muslims. And Allahumma refers to all the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It can only mean to us what rahmah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought upon the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Habib Kadhim As-Sagaf is one of the greatest dhakir I have ever met. Habib Kadhim As-Sagaf was traveling with Habib Umar and Al-Habib to Indonesia, to Jakarta, a flight of 9 hours. And he was doing dhikr the entire 9 hours. And Habib Ahmad Mash-hur Taha Al-Haddad says this is the age of, he used a word called a disease of the heart. What's the word? I'll come back. The disease of the brain, the disease of the body. So many types of ailments we cultivate simply because we do not remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enough. And we are abandoning the Sunnah. Now, just to give a small dimension of what it means to abandon the Sunnah. In the Battle of Uhud, Rasulullah gave clear instructions to the marksmen to stay in their positions, to guard the other Muslims from being attacked. Somehow Shaitan came and took them away from their positions. And what happened was one of the events which took Islam to the lowest point in its history, when Rasulullah was injured and why? Because they abandoned the Sunnah. The instruction of Rasulullah is the Sunnah. And if we ask ourselves today, subhanAllah, how many do we abandon? And one ayah of the Quran like this, how much it contains, how rich it is in meaning. And those who follow the ayah, subhanAllah, what reward, what great reward is awaiting them. And Habib Kadhim was saying, if we, for instance, say, Astaghfirullah lil mu'mineen wal mu'minat, we get 1.5 billion rewards for just a single Astaghfirullah lil mu'mineen wal mu'minat, having thought about the mu'min wal mu'minat. And Habib Ahmad Mash-hur radiallahu anhu was praised by his contemporaries. He was, as mentioned in his biography, at the age of 19 when he was giving an interpretation of the Surah Al-Fatiha, putting his focus on the heart of the Surah Al-Fatiha, which he dwelt on for 14 days at the age of 19. And at that age, he wrote a treatise, a famous treatise, on the etiquette of visiting Al-Madinah. And look how simplistic he puts things. He says, remember when you walk on the earth of Medina, this is where Rasulullah, this is where he treaded the earth. So you are walking in Medina in his footsteps.